Wrestling Throwdown for the week of September 24th, 2023. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury, and our in-studio editor, Big Bad John. We got a big show.
Yeah, we do.
We got a lot of news to talk about, and we have a special guest on the show today, none other than Blood Money Brian Richards of AFU Hardcore.
The Suicide King is in the house.
Has recently won a plethora of deathmatch tournaments, which he's going to tell us all about, talk about his current journey in deathmatch wrestling, and of course, what he expects to happen at AFU Hardcore. All of that still to come, so stay tuned.
Also, I'm going to ask him if he plans on getting into the political ring for to fight me for mayorship of John Wagner's mom's bedroom.
As a person who's ran for mayor, I wouldn't recommend it.
I've been mayor for 7 years straight. Sometimes I like a challenge.
For heaven's sake. Luke, how's your Sunday?
Actually, my Sunday's going pretty good. How's your Saturday?
Saturday was yesterday. It was awful.
Today's Sunday?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Max, how's your Sunday, sir?
Good. How's your Monday?
Monday's tomorrow. I don't know yet. I know I have to meet with my public defender.
On Monday?
Yeah, on Monday.
Are you going to
defender of the public?
Right, that's what they do. They defend the hell out of the public.
It's like the hair of the public.
Hey, look, y'all know this show. It's fine. I'm a criminal. It's cool. Hey, Bad John.
He's also
how was your Sunday?
My Sunday's going great. Thank you for asking.
You know what, John? I'm so sorry that Luke interrupted.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
Bad John, how was your Sunday?
My Sunday is going fantastic. Thank you
I
for
got
asking.
him to say it twice. I got him to speak more than one sentence twice.
I know, right?
You're welcome.
And you know what's messed up? That's a panty dropper right there. All
This
the girls in
is
TV land are just like, whoa! I think we went too far already.
You know what? It's fine. I've been drinking since 2. I'm not going to lie to y'all.
I've been watching him drink since 2. I'm not going to lie to y'all.
So, let's get this photo show up.
Yeah, let's do this. Top story.
Top story. The WWE has led to another round of unceremonious releases. Now, we knew a talent release was coming following the... Oh, wait. Hold on. Are we at the...
No, that's the beginning.
No, this is the NBC deal.
Yeah, this is the...
Okay, fine. You know what? Some of these graphics may be out of order. It's cool.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Our top story was going to be the releases. However, pending the new NBC deal.
Yes.
So the future of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT are both secured, but also kind of in the air.
Yes.
Right now, we know that NBC scooped up Fox's offer SmackDown's offer for Fox. Right now, they make about $240 million a year from Fox, and their contract expires next year. And upon their renewal, they requested... they make about $200 million. They requested a $300 million deal, and Fox said, absolutely no. We're already hemorrhaging money. ABC and Amazon opened up the conversation, and were like, we're interested in bringing in... We covered this last week. We're interested in bringing in WWE content to our channels. But NBC apparently paid the deal for SmackDown, leading to a $240 million deal for the next 5 years, which equates to an extra $200 million they weren't going to make.
Yeah.
But now the idea in the water is that because they're bringing SmackDown back to back to USA Network, that NBC isn't sure about keeping Raw and NXT on USA or bringing SmackDown to NBC prime time. So basically, right now we're in this very weird environment with TV programming because Raw may not be on Monday night in 2024 on USA Network, where they've been since the homecoming after they left Spike in 2006.
It would also be the first time that Raw was not accessible to everyone if it was moved to a premium service.
Well,
Since January 16th, 1994, the very first premiere date of Raw, has been on at least basic satellite channels.
Well, no. USA Network has always been a premium package addition to cable, but it's always their initial tier. USA Network is included.
That's what I mean.
Every cable package, basic cable.
It would be the first time ever.
Basic cable, SmackDown has been accessible to everybody since they were on the CW. Then they started on UPN, then the CW. Then they went to USA for a short time, 2015 to 2018, and then went back to Fox. This would be the first...
I was talking about Raw.
Well, but here's my point.
Yeah.
this could be the first time that if they decide to put Raw on NBC, that Raw could be the #1 show in American households every Monday night.
Yeah.
Opposite, of course, the NFL.
Yeah.
And then SmackDown will be the premium channel you had to pay for in your cable or satellite package or your streaming service, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just going to be right now because TBS just locked in, TBS and TNT just locked in AEW for another extension into, I think, 2026 or 27. Next year could be an entire shakeup of all three brands running on episodic television for the WWE, and that's never happened before.
Yeah.
Outside of their purchase and their merger with TKO.
Well, and also didn't they get like 4 to 8 primetime slots on NBC in the deal that they had?
No, those were optioned with the acquisition for SmackDown. But because they're considering, they're considering bringing SmackDown to NBC primetime because of its success on Fox. Even though Fox didn't turn a profit, it was still one of the most profitable shows on television Friday nights. Right. Which doesn't counter program against NBC's weekly episodic programming, which is where they make the bulk of their money from advertisers. Right. Unless they decide, NBC secularly, to feature Raw on NBC Monday nights, which will be the first time it was ever featured on basic cable on Monday nights, completely accessible to everybody, devoid of advertiser intervention. We're not talking about the Saturday night main event specials that used to run on NBC. Right. We're talking about a full-length 3-hour Monday Night Raw on NBC, primetime American cable network every Monday night.
It'd be huge.
It would be bigger than Grey's Anatomy on NBC, which, if you know anything about how networks are, which is, again, what I do on the show, is their highest performing show in history. This could be a game changer for just basic cable television.
Well, and not to add in the fact that with the NBC deal, there are so many affiliates with NBC that you could get the next day rights. You can get all that on separate different channels throughout cable and satellite.
And what is beneficial is that NBC is the parent company to Peacock.
Yes.
So taking away from Fox, that will change the conversation with Fox and make Peacock the #1 destination for all WWE and eventually UFC content.
Yeah.
But we could be looking in 2024 at Monday Night Raw on NBC Monday nights from 7 to 10, basic cable. USA Network on Tuesday nights could become UFC's Fight Night, where they feature live fights. They could bring back The Ultimate Fighter. There are so many network options right now with NBC.
Let me answer this real quick.
Absolutely.
Hulu actually lost contract expired with WWE next day rights. All of their content has been pulled from Hulu and is not going back to Hulu.
But that's only because this was a network negotiation, and Hulu only has limited access to NBC, CBS, and ABC programs.
Yes.
The only exclusive Big Four channel that Hulu has an agreement with is always going to be Fox, because actually Fox's original parent company who started Hulu, but now Disney owns Fox, so Disney's the parent company. It's very confusing.
It can be very confusing.
However, that being said, in 2024, there will either be a major shakeup or the obvious answer: Raw stays on USA Network, NXT stays on USA, maybe gets a couple televised specials. But instead of viewing SmackDown with us, we view SmackDown on NBC.
Well, also with the deal with AEW talking about Max, you could also we could go into what would be called the Monday Night Streaming Wars.
Mm-hmm.
If it ended up going to the Peacock exclusively, you could end up literally having the Monday Night Wars, but now call them the Monday Night Streaming Wars.
Yeah,
well, it would be interesting.
The argument therein too becomes something kind of interesting. Does the WWE... I'm sorry. Number one, that corners the market for Peacock as the #1 streaming service for wrestling content.
Yeah.
Because you can only get AEW if you have Hulu Live, which is a premium service. Or if you have TBS or TNT have a streaming service.
Like USA does. Yeah.
But AEW is also working on, with HBO Max, like we were saying, or Max now, the streaming wars. But that still only goes to what's being viewed afterward. This move, if Raw goes to NBC Live basic cable, that changes the Nielsen rating conversation completely. Because right now, believe it or not, there are still like 900,000 to 1.2 million American homes that exclusively use a digital receiver or antenna to receive just basic cable. Yeah. Not to mention, if you still go through landline cable, you can get a $13 a month basic cable package. That right there changes WWE's business model from making, let's say, I don't know, $800 million a year. Yeah. But if you access $900,000 a month, at $13 a month, and you get that kickback, you're looking at another $500 million to almost $1 billion.
Oh yeah,
That
easily.
that move alone could put WWE into the very next tax bracket of billion-dollar wrestling companies, which we can all lovingly agree that it's great that Vince McMahon doesn't have that money.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, the whole streaming service is going to change. The entire live TV schedule is going to change. But however, none of that is set in stone. We're not here to inspire fear in anyone. But Hulu Live will not lose its contract with TBS, NBC, Fox, wherever wrestling is.
No.
Only Hulu streaming. Hulu Live is a completely separate program.
It is a cable package.
Yeah, it's a cable package they offer.
Yeah.
But that's the incentive. If you don't have Hulu Live and you don't want to pay for extra programming,
they give you a 90-minute cut of Raw and SmackDown.
You can apply for that. It's right now TV is going to make a ton of money from wrestling. Wrestling is going to make a ton of money from wrestling. Whether or not wrestlers will make any more money, the world may never know.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, hit us with the next story. Here we go. The fun stuff.
Well, if you all weren't paying attention, shame on you. If you were, then you know that the WWE just initiated a ton of releases over the weekend. We talked about this last week on the show after the consolidation of the office positions, that talent cuts would be next. However, outside of the litany of NXT talents who, let's be fair, I know fuck all about, there were a couple of very interesting and very upsetting names to wrestling fans on the list. Luke, why don't you read the list for the people?
Yeah, Mustafa Ali, who was the #1 contender to the North American Championship at
Which
No Mercy,
changes the pay-per-view this weekend,
gone.
Right after the acquisition, gone.
Emma goes on Twitter to the day of Perth being announced.
As Tenille Dashwood.
To say, she literally pumped the video, and then a few seconds later was like, it's going to be a dream, this, that, and the other, and literally minutes later got on Twitter and was like, oh, never mind, I've been released. Her, Riddick Moss, Rick Boogs, Elias, Top Dollar, who gives a shit?
Who's better than Top Dollar?
Quincy Elliott,
Quincy
Elliott, which was been off TV due to the writing of little kids on Twitter.
Well, not just that, but he was genuinely causing problems in the locker room.
Yeah. Bryson Montana, Dana Brooke, Mace, Mansoor, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. Yeah. Dabakato, Shanky.
Babatunde.
Don't have any idea how to spell that name.
Yili.
Daniel MacArthur, Kevin Venture Cortez, Alexis Gray, and Brooklyn Barlow, as for just this list. Now,
hold on.
All right,
Trex, come on, my guy. We know. We covered that. That's
cheap
uncool.
heat, bro.
That's uncool.
That's serious cheap heat. I did skip over a name because we're going to talk about those names. So three here in a second. Yeah. But the one I want to focus on right at the moment is
this man,
Mansoor.
Oh, never mind.
Mansoor and Mace went on their Twitch.
Yeah.
And did kind of a tell-all of a bunch of different things and answered a bunch of questions. Mansoor wasn't on TV because through the deal with Saudi, he couldn't lose. Yeah. So he was never going to be a tag team. It was never going to be anything like that.
He was limited on his options to get over and build the fan base because he genuinely wasn't allowed to.
Both men said that Seth Rollins doesn't talk to any other talent. In the back, doesn't hang out, doesn't dress, doesn't do anything with anybody other than Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Said that
it does suck that we can't walk with the lights anymore, Ghostly. You're right.
Also, it took this to have him announce that he was also Ezekiel, which means he owes Kevin Owens an apology.
You know what? I hope he puts it on Twitter.
I really do.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to get into some big names here. Go ahead and hit us with the next graphic, Downey. This makes me sick. I mean, look at this man's accomplishments over the 20 to 20 year plus career that he's had in WWE. We got 2 world championships, the NXT title, 2 U.S. title reigns, multiple tag, multiple intercontinental titles. He was Money in the Bank. The man is insanely talented. WWE really dropped the ball on this one as well as
the only guy that AJ Styles admits is the better worker than he is.
I can't talk about Shelton, so we're going to do the
oh, no, I'll get to Shelton.
We're going to do the Dolph Ziggler graphic right now because I'm still kind of...
I'm
kind of dumbfounded as to how the hell you let these 2 guys go.
Here's what trips me up. It's not just that they let them go. They just hired Tyrus as an agent.
Yeah.
They hired Tyrus. NWA claim, former somebody called my mama,
Yeah.
Funkasaurus Tyrus as an agent.
Your favorite wrestler.
Worst NWA title reign, point fucking blank, in fucking period history ever, point fucking period blank. And instead, they let go of Dolph fucking Ziggler, who could genuinely teach younger guys, hey, this is how you actually buck. This is how you actually sell. This is how you get yourself over. Mind you, the guy has gone on record and says, I don't even need to be a WWE superstar because I can do whatever I want, and is making a ton of money doing whatever he wants. But the WWE, in lieu of exchanging his career, just saying, hey, look, man, we can't use you in the ring right now, but please come and help us produce matches, help us produce TV, help these younger guys. No! Instead, we hired Fat Fuck Tyrus, who, again, let us be clear, is the worst NWA champion in the history of NWA champions. And there were guys in that conversation.
He's definitely no David Arquette.
No, you know what? You're right. David Arquette was a better WCW World Champion than Tyrus was NWA champion. I understand why they hired him. He was topical. He was in Fox News. Vince is a Republican. So is Dana White. Blah, fucking blah. I'm talking about the actual aspect of what the fuck we do here. And instead, you hire that fat fuck who couldn't run a rope. That motherfucker couldn't run a fucking piece of nerd's rope unless it was down his fucking throat. And you're telling me that you hired that fat fuck, somebody called my mama, big jumpsuit wearing, not drug dealing ass, Tyrus, instead of going to Dolph Ziggler and just saying, hey, come to NXT twice a week and teach these fucking kids how to bump. No, you chose Tyrus. And somewhere, Nick Aldis, who worked with Tyrus and put Tyrus over, is going, why the fuck didn't they hire Dolph Ziggler? Anyway, best of luck in future endeavors for your 20-plus career.
Well,
Dolph,
Caleb just crowned him.
Get ready to head
I will
to
ruin
AEW.
you.
Get ready to head to AEW to make
nah, fuck that.
Japan.
Put Dolph in the G1 Climax.
Yeah,
Put
Japan.
Dolph in the G1 Climax. Let him go on after that to go to AJPW to win the big King fucking Triple Three tournament. Give him the GHC championship. Let him hop over to Europe and do whatever he's got to do there. Go to Germany one time for that little fucking circular belt, and then bring him back to the fucking WWE in like 2 years after he has whooped ass, ruled ass, and been a world champion, and then pay him everything he wants to be paid. Otherwise, fire Tyrus!
That sounds a lot like Cody Rhodes.
In half the time. Because Dolph Ziggler, while wealthy, probably doesn't know that many
Well, I
billionaires.
didn't know if you knew this, but Dusty Rhodes is the father of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. You know what? Cody's never mentioned that. Would that also make
Not
Dustin
once.
his brother?
Who?
Trex, I don't even know who Tyrus is. No, you don't. Because he's terrible. However, Dolph in the G1 Climax, book it.
Would be badass.
Sell it. Put him in the Tokyo. Put Dolph Ziggler in the Tokyo Dome on January 1st against fucking Will Ospreay.
Or Daniel Bryan.
No. Will Ospreay. No one's ever seen it. People will pay for it. And also, Will Ospreay will again piss me off by having a really good match.
Oh, you mean like the one where you were supposed to eat your hat, so that's why you don't wear one anymore?
It was so good. Kenny
Salt,
Omega and
pepper.
Will Ospreay first match was so good, and I'm so mad about it. Anyway, I'm not even nearly as mad as Dolph's release as I am at Shelton Benjamin.
Yes.
Shelton Benjamin is the quintessential, number one, has a genuine, legitimate athletic background. So did Dolph. Had the conversation about being entertaining, because we all remember Shelton's mom and the gold standard, all the stuff that Shelton actually didn't get over.
He was good.
He's also another athlete who was there directly on the end of the Attitude Era and still working today, so he understood the fluctuation of the business and what it really means to
Not
get
to
over.
mention him and Charlie Haas's stuff is the world's greatest tag
Again,
team
he's also
in
a
Ring
tag
of
team
Honor.
technician.
Yeah.
He has so much value and so much worth. You run an entire show that's built on developmental, and you fire the two guys who would be the most beneficial in that system.
Well,
Send Dolph to be Sean's body guy.
Yeah.
In NXT.
Yeah.
Anytime Sean needs to have a conversation, Dolph Ziggler should be the guy. Take the bumps,
oh,
make
that's
the moves, fucking working. And Shelton Benjamin could be the guy who was working with the athletes. They've got an entire initiative right now, right? Where they're pulling in college athletes to being pro wrestlers. That's what happened to Shelton. He happened to go through OVW, where he learned from the greatest booker ever. Who's the greatest booker ever? I'll tell you, James E. Cornette. Then he got to the WWE system along with John Cena, Dave Bautista, Randy Orton, all the guys who were top stars, so
Brock
he lived
Lesnar.
through that. He goes through the entire litany of that, goes through the TV transition from Spike to USA, from Spike to USA twice, goes to SmackDown, works on both the CW, UPN, and Fox. He has every bit of knowledge and intelligence to lend to working on TV and being a conditioned athlete and a good professional wrestler and a professional that conducts yourself, and you still say, no, we'd rather have that fat fuck. And I'm a fat guy. Look, I'm a big man. Fuck him. Can't fight and can't work. And he's a bad politician. Fuck Tyrus. They've hired Tyrus instead of hiring Shelton Benjamin.
We have Nia Jax in WWE now and not Shelton Benjamin.
We have Nia Jax and Tyrus in the WWE, and we don't have Shelton Benjamin. It's a crock of shit. That's what it is. Shelton should, yes, he should have. But he should have won the world title in 2004, 2005, where he was like the most primed to get it, so his reign would have continued afterward. Shelton Benjamin should have been featured in the 2011 feud between John Cena, Randy Orton, and Edge, and been the fourth buffer. But again, they fucked it up because they didn't listen to me when I wrote them the letter when I was 16. It's not their fault.
Yeah, I mean, somebody, that letter got lost in the mail or something. Did you ever find out where it went?
No, but I hope the same letter I sent to Steph got lost too. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, he double sealed that one.
Shelton Benjamin would have been awesome.
Carriage House.
I'm sure he would have, but
what was that?
I think Shelton Benjamin would have been awesome tag team with Ricochet. Again, I'm Ricochet.
Ricochet?
Yeah.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay. You know who Trevor is, right?
I do.
You know who Trevor is, right?
Do I have to say it?
Yeah.
All right, fine. This has become so important. I used to make more money on the Indies than Ricochet did. That's a fact.
And now he has his own action figure.
Yeah, and now one of you is a bad heart doing a podcast from a craft room, while the other is a multi-generational WWE superstar. That's all right. It's fine.
Yeah, flavors.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not bitter at all.
Not even
I'm not a little upset.
Not even a little bit. They're just paying bigger bills now. All right, here's the next story, my man.
On top of the WWE releases, Matt Riddle was released, probably 2 years too late.
One more time, just so they're very clear.
Probably 2 years too late.
This is what happens when you claim things that you can't back up on Instagram.
Sorry, Matt.
That's what this is.
You and your unwashed, dirty feet in my fucking professional wrestling ring with no boots, no shoes, no knee pads. Jesus Christ, you are so fucking big that the camera picked you up from the side.
I'd actually come across an image on Facebook.
I came across a couple images on Facebook.
It's got where Matt Riddle vowed to end Brock Lesnar's career.
He did.
And then
he said,
Brock
mark my
Lesnar
words.
just laughing hysterically.
Mark my words, I'll be the guy to retire Brock Lesnar. He said that in an interview in 2019.
Yeah. That was before the drug test.
And now Brock Lesnar is sitting on a farm in Canada, counting all of his money, fucking Sable, and probably whoever else he wants to, because let's be fair, it's Brock Lesnar. And Matt Riddle's going home to do nothing, to do fuck all, to do everything he's done this entire year without another veteran behind his corner, which is, again, fuck all.
Sounds like he really does.
He sucks!
All right.
Dude, Matt Riddle's a fucking man. Shut the fuck
No.
up.
No.
That was Big Bull Bronson.
No. You know what Matt Riddle is genuinely good at? I have no... Matt Riddle is a guy you could legitimately push as a shoot fighter style wrestler because he was.
That's right.
And they
did
did that.
So stop talking shit about it.
Motherfucker, I'll shoot him. I don't have to fight him. I got a gun and I'm a good shot. Fuck
Listen,
him.
Matt Riddle is a fucking brother, and that's all that matters.
Bullshit.
Bro, he is one of the boys.
Then he should put his fucking boots on and wash his nasty ass feet when it gets to get to my
Terry
goddamn
Von Erich can't wear shoes.
He only had one leg. He had to. At some point. No, not Carrie. The other one.
Yeah, Carrie had half foot.
It has nothing to do with him not wearing shoes.
No, not even close.
Not anything to do with anything.
He started wearing boots.
Random facts!
I believe we did a deep dive about his half a foot here on the show.
At least once.
Yeah.
Goddamn
Anyway.
Ming ain't wear shoes. Say something to him.
Yeah, Luke, go ahead.
Who?
Go say something to Haku.
Oh, no, you see, my thing's Jordan Grace. You talk about Ming.
No, Max.
Yeah, there's actually a video about what.
No, Max, do the important part to threaten Haku.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Talk shit about him not wearing shoes.
Shut up.
Hey, Brian.
Max,
Brian.
go for it.
Why don't you do me a favor?
Bro, I'm suicidal, but not that.
He's suicidal to a point.
Goddamn Terry Funk ain't wearing no mouthpiece.
That's
No,
true.
you're right.
He ain't wearing much of nothing right now.
It's my last match. I need
Oh,
to tell you, I'm not booked.
That was too soon.
I'm not booked.
My bad. My bad. Do you think he wasn't booked in Wrestle Heaven either? Do you think he's still bouncing on that trampoline with those hand weights?
I was going to say something completely out of pocket. I'm going to address myself. I'm going to recuse myself. I'm going to hate myself. Matt Riddle got released. This was supposed to be a much more serious segment than it is, but fuck this show. Next one.
It's on the next one. Okay, here we go.
All right, that was already part of the show, so I got my graphics fixed up.
Okay,
We already talked about that.
That's it. That's
Oh,
the
is it?
news. That's
Oh,
the
good.
news, man.
Great.
Oh, so we get to the fun part.
We do.
But before we get to the fun part, why don't you tell the people where they can find us?
Oh, you can find us over on Facebook, facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTV. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can access streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown or our official website, ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access the
Merch
Star!
over at the
Merch Star!
You can buy our merch.
Merch.
Also, you can follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1.
Yeah, you can.
Buy it.
We're not calling Twitter X.
We have
It's
an
Twitter
Instagram.
now.
No, we don't.
No, we
I
do
don't
not.
know
We
anyone who
Just
does.
have Instagram.
Do you? Hi,
Look
Brian.
at this. Look who we brought in.
Welcome. We haven't introduced you to the show yet, but fuck it. The people at home are very excited.
They know he's here.
Yeah, we put it on Facebook.
All right, give him the due here.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the first time ever, Blood Money, Brian Richards.
That is not actually true. Second time. We
Coming
did
to the
AEW
ring,
Hardcore
dressed like
show
Ellen
where you were on
DeGeneres.
first.
Yeah.
Brian
Also,
Richards.
Brian's driver, Bull Bronson.
That's what he gets for the shirt
Yeah,
comment.
that's what it is. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hello. I think Caleb's still mad that Matt Riddle's one of the boys.
First of all, Ellen DeGeneres could have been one of the boys. That would have just mean you would have asked for an autograph. You would have
Hey, Matt Riddle, I'm sure, has better weed than any of us, so I got nothing to do.
because he gets Rob Van Dam's weed.
Well, it's Rob Van Dam.
No, Rob Van Dam's real weed, not the bullshit he sells. The shit that Rob Van Dam gets.
Yeah, not the
His,
CBD.
his personal collection.
That motherfucker's got something grown in the Japanese jungle that has never been touched by man except for one guy. And he just takes a boat across the fucking Taiwanese lake every fucking year to pick up 400 pounds.
Don't he paint a picture?
I don't know that for
Don't
a
he paint
fact,
a picture?
but I'm just going to say that's what I would do if I were Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, he's cool with me. He was banging two bad bitches at the same time, so fuck it. I'm down with
Oh,
it.
was he?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah.
Just that one. Jesus.
And you think Max is hung. That one's got two bad bitches. He was
You heard that, Max, right?
Yeah, I appreciate it, Brian.
Yeah. That
All right. So let's get
I
down
can't talk.
let's get down to some business here. Let's get down to some business.
Well, bring Brian in.
All right, Brian.
Brian.
AFU's coming up.
Yeah.
AFU Hardcore on the 26th
Yep, October.
of
26th.
October. What can we expect to see from you? There's a lot of rumors going around out there about challenges being made or not being made, or
Well,
I mean, you've got the opportunity to. Have you put any thought into the opportunity that's been handed to you?
man, I really haven't put too much thought into it because I'm still focused on the challenge I already made. The powers that be of AFU Hardcore, they wanted me to apologize for my words and bringing up people that should never be brought up for actions that he did back in May.
Right.
But it happened. It's one of those things that you can't unlive. So going forward, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I guess I'll probably figure it out that day.
I mean, obviously, cash is a goal right now, or are we? Whatever come of that? I know there was a show that was supposed to take place, and then it didn't take place because of some static between you two.
I want to see
Yeah,
Brian sit on the couch. I fucking love Trent. In the middle of this genuinely heartfelt conversation, Trent's like, Brian, sit on the couch.
Sit on the couch, man.
Yeah, I mean, we had some problems, so they decided to cancel the show because we couldn't come to an agreement. You know, they wanted us for the main, and I was like, I'm not fucking working with them unless if he's gonna shoot by me. You know, that's
right.
And that's just because it's a respect thing, man. I've been all across the Midwest, you know, like, and Cash was one of those guys that I rode in the car with. You know,
Brian, maybe you should come over here and sit on Caleb's lap.
He was a brother. I will ride that lap to death. But I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things that I really don't know what I'm going to do moving forward. I appreciate them giving me the opportunity. I think a lot of people think that.
Listen, fuck AFU. Guys got bigger shit to worry about. This motherfucker's booked for Carnage Cup.
Yeah.
The fucking weekend before this AFU show.
Yep.
Fuck AFU. Carnage Cup, Ryan's going to take that shit over. We've been training, I've been fucking him up. He's been learning some moves.
Yeah.
Good.
Fucking busting out a Falcon Arrow at the last show.
Yeah, dude, I saw
I
that
didn't know
on
Brian
Facebook
knew
a
I
couple
was.
weeks ago.
He's out here fucking people up. Now he's in Carnage Cup. That's what we're worried about. That's what you're worried about.
Yeah.
Fuck Anna. Did we get Cash at Anna? Fuck him.
Newly crowned Suicide King?
Yeah.
How was that? How was that experience?
So September 9th, Brad Cash had the Suicide King. Brad Cash had a tournament. He was going to crown the new Suicide King because in May he is retiring.
Yeah.
Okay. I had no idea I was going to win. He kayfabed the whole thing for me, which was awesome. Winning that was probably the biggest honor of professional wrestling I've ever had. Only for the simple fact of the only thing we have in this business is to pass shit along, pass knowledge along.
Correct.
And him giving me that moniker was one of those things that, you know, no matter what I've done from here, my name's fucking worth something. And that means that's, you know, everything else is gravy. So
now, Brian, you have been on the deathmatch scene for better part of a year. I mean, really, really integrating yourself, working very hard, and getting some accolades. What got you started in the wrestling business, and then what was your transition to going from the traditional wrestling business to deathmatch wrestling?
Well, what got me into wrestling was, I mean, my dad watched it all the time growing up. Actually, a fun fact, a lot of people don't know this, but since I was a little kid, Caleb, Luke, Max, and all them, they used to come to my house and watch wrestling. And I remember Caleb used to come in from wrestling shows, and he'd tell us all kinds of road stories. And I just remember being a fucking KB Mark. I was a KB Mark.
It happens.
Don't worry,
It does happen.
So Caleb knew me when me and my little brother was spray painting wrestling gear.
Hold on 1 second. Are there any videos where we can see a Brian deathmatch wrestling? Yeah, all over YouTube.
All
There's
over
Blood
YouTube.
Money Brian Richards. You can also go to IWTV. You can find him on AFU Hardcore.
Yeah.
I am certain that there are other websites. Also, you have a personal Facebook.
Yeah, I got a personal Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just Brian Richards. You can catch all my latest matches on there. Information. I'm more of a Facebook guy than anything else.
Yeah.
And I got OnlyFans too coming. So if you keep, you know.
Don't worry. We'll promote it.
Yeah, we will.
So, anyway, I just want to make sure you got a chance to get your shit over here. But keep going what you were saying about. So you got into the wrestling business because of unceremoniously.
Yeah.
Myself, other guys would come to the house. We talk about wrestling. You get into the wrestling business. You get yourself trained, and we put you over on the show long before you were ever Blood Money Brian Richards.
Yes.
As somebody that I appreciated as one of our best comedy wrestlers in the Midwest. What was your transition from taking from the comedy to really taking it seriously and narrowing in on deathmatch wrestling? Say it.
I'd say 100% Bull Bronson. Bull Bronson.
All right, fuck this. Get your big ass in here, because I can't deal with this whole anonymity bullshit.
Actually, can I tell them how I know you? Is that something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So
It's way better than the story about you knowing me.
there we go. So I've known Bull Bronson since I was like 13, 14-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hated this
He
guy.
hated me. The only reason why he was friends with me was because at the time, he's a sober man now, but at the time, I was buying weed from him. Me and my brother.
No,
Here we go.
he wasn't. I wouldn't tell him.
No, he was selling it to my brother. He was selling it to my brother. And he was selling it to me. And then my brother would give me, you know.
There's so many people in this room who know how this story plays out.
So, man, I remember that he was such a big influence too, seeing him all around towns. that
ironically enough, which I can admit openly, did the same thing for me.
Yeah,
Was a really good influence.
All the
and
local wrestling is really what got me into it. It wasn't. I mean, I watched WWE and shit, but it was all local guys.
Well, there's something different to say about being at a show in person.
Yeah.
Especially an intimate, smaller show than the. I don't even really consider WWE or anything like that really a wrestling show.
No,
anymore.
it's a TV show about wrestling.
Yeah, there's something about the smell of the auditorium. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
The closeness of the fans being able to enjoy themselves.
It's so much. And I've said this before. I said that in the documentary over the summer. What you see on TV is a TV show about wrestling.
Yeah.
Even AEW has become a TV show about what modern wrestling looks like, and it's no longer really about the wrestling. Yes, they entertain. Both companies book certain things, but if you want to get like the heart of what wrestling's about, go to a shitty gym.
Yeah.
Pay $10 a ticket. Find a couple of guys who are really fucking good. You'll see a couple of guys who are really fucking bad, but follow the guys who are really fucking good.
We're gonna need a bigger couch.
But all the man in this room, and that's not even includes. Well, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. All the meat Max got.
But
main vein over
So
there.
back to Brian wanting to be a fucking wrestler.
Oh yeah.
So,
bullshit's like get this shit on track though.
keep Caleb off Max's dick for a little while.
I can't help it. It fucking reaches over there. No, so what was your?
shoulders?
So we've said on the show a lot. We always put you over as one of our top comedy guys, and like not that you weren't doing bad work or unserious work, but your niche was sort of your funnier promos and your enigmacy with the crowd. What was it that decided to change that and focus specifically on deathmatch wrestling and the accolades that come with it?
Man, I just wanted to be taken serious.
The problem was he was a fucking joke.
Yeah.
And everybody took him like the joke. The promoters took him like the joke. Nobody would book him because he was just a fucking joke.
Yeah. And that was...
So he came to me, he asked for, shut the fuck up while I'm talking.
Let him put you on.
Kid came to me for advice. I didn't want to fucking give him, I didn't want to help him at all.
Right.
Because it was an instance where fucking Brian, we just started, ran around telling people I fucking trained him when I had no fucking nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
And that pissed me off Brian real bad for a while.
We had a couple conversations about that.
And then his wife got me fucking banned from goddamn wrestling shows.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, we got some history, me and Brian.
I like how this started with let me put him over, but also let me fucking tell the people.
Well, hold on a minute. Let me open the book here.
You want the truth, right?
Hey, that's what the show's about.
That's what fucking Bull Brown.
It's on the internet. Anything you see on YouTube's true.
John, shut up.
So he fucking begged me. I finally fucking gave him. I was like, fine, dude, listen. If you want some fucking advice, you're going to stop wrestling for Stride Pro Wrestling. Because they're doing nothing but holding you back. Nobody sees anything in you there. They're not doing nothing with you. Fucking just listen to me. We didn't even start off with death matches. I just wanted him to be a more
grounded, serious competitor.
Serious competitor.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be a real fucking
because you knew
competitor.
that even if he was working hard and being taken seriously, that's where it was going to come from.
Listen, Brian's a fucking fighter. I know Brian's a fighter. I know him. I know his family.
Yeah.
I know the shit that he's put up with growing up. I've known the shit that he's gone through.
Yep.
I know Brian's a tough motherfucker.
Yep.
So I did take him under my wing, gave him advice. Dude, we just sat on my couch for 2 years watching wrestling and fucking me fucking just telling him what's up with the business.
And
showing him how to get over it, hit shows.
Yeah.
I took him to fucking Tennessee with me for fucking a few months, fucking gave him pointers while we were down there. Had him polished up while we were there. And
all the same shit, just to put Bull over, all the same shit he did for me. And all the same shit that like Brian and I always talked about. And he was telling those road stories about me coming over and talking about him. It was because of Bull telling me I needed to get the fuck out and do my job because I was better than where I was. So this is 100% legitimate. This guy has been giving back to our talent if you show up and work hard for it for a long fucking time. And it's not also just because the people at home may not know who you are. We're sitting with an official former NWA champion. Like this, we don't just invite bullshit people on our show.
5-time NWA Mid-South Heavyweight Champion.
5-time NWA Mid-South Heavyweight Champion.
Not the championships even mean, but I've been
doesn't
around.
matter. But
Well,
the
fucking
accolades,
experience,
right? The
Yeah,
accolades here.
20+
This
years.
isn't just a guy who plucked a couple of indie kids off the side of the road and was like, "I'm going to teach you." This is a guy with experience who, once we took it seriously, would listen to us.
Yeah, very old school. You had to earn it.
I don't want to teach people. I'm not a trainer.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not a fucking teacher. I have no patience for bullshit. I have no tolerance for nonsense. So Brian begging me, I finally gave in and
Yeah.
fucking took one away. And I will take people under my wing if I feel you're worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta,
not just any motherfucker.
gotta-
People
No.
beg me all the time to
Yeah.
train to wrestle. I'm not. You don't want me to train you to wrestle because
No.
I'm not going to be nice to you.
Right. Right.
That is 100% true.
Well, how else are they gonna know? You can't sugarcoat something in this
No.
business. You're gonna get hit. It's gonna hurt.
And anybody
You
knows,
have to learn.
anybody out here that knows me knows I'm not sugarcoating the goddamn thing.
No.
What you
Never
get, what
have.
you get.
Yeah.
I'm not fake. There's nothing fake about me. Bull Bronson and my real personality
Are the exact same
are
fucking
any
person.
goddamn different.
Only
I
one
ain't
has
different.
more liberty to hit you sometimes than the other one does.
Yeah.
And you really got to pick your moments. Because you could be at his house hanging out with his other personality and he could hit you, or you could be in a wrestling ring and you never know which one's going to be which.
Can I tell you a story about him hitting
Please
somebody?
do.
So
Yeah.
we're
I got some stories about bullhead folks.
so we're in Bumfuck, Tennessee, and I'm in this ladder match. Dude cracks me on my elbow, boom, and like completely just almost destroys my elbow. And I go to the back, and Bull looks at it, he just shakes his head, and he lights a cigarette. And the match ends. Dude comes to the curtain, and before Dude could even say anything, there was two guys between them, and Bull swung around and hit this motherfucker. Bam! Hit him hard. Hit Dude so hard between two dudes that the whole dude's face was just all bruised already when he took his mask off. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone who all has had the chance to see Bull Bronson live, but these hands ain't no fucking joke.
Yeah.
Like,
I've had the unfortunate gratitude to have my ass beat several times with Bronson my younger years.
I also used to
Thank
love
you very much.
the flaming fist. I always used to fucking
Hey,
love the flaming
hold on
fist.
now, hold on. The Flaming Fist is cool until he spends all night long drinking
Dude.
the night before, then lights the alcohol on fire, vomits on his right hand, and punches you in the face anyway. I'm just saying. Not that I've ever met that happening to
He
anybody,
knocked me
but it has happened.
out in the ring with the fire fist. He
Did-
dumped all the alcohol, or he dumped all the shit on his hand, and there's a puddle of it in the floor. He lights his hand, he swings and steps in the puddle, and shoot knocks me fucking pow
I slipped.
This
I
motherfucker.
slipped.
hard.
It also doesn't help if you go out drinking with him the night before, so you know what's going to happen because you've seen it happen again. My recommendation is don't get drunk when dudes are going to hit you the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere Chase Stevens is just writing a fucking list.
I love Chase Stevens. I love him
Oh,
so
I
much.
fucking love Chase Stevens. All right, well, Brian and Bull too. Since surprise,
me.
surprise, we're all AFU staff and wrestlers. We have an event coming up this month,
Yes.
October 26th.
Yeah, 26.
26th.
Yeah, Thursday, October 26th, quick skating rink
Yeah.
in Illinois.
Tropicana.
I don't know what else is going on, but I know me and Cousin Conker are
Tropical.
going to be there.
Tropical.
So
We're
let's
gonna
in
fuck-
Illinois.
let's talk about that. You and Cousin Conrad.
Bro, you guys know me, but Cousin Conker, he's fucking up and coming kid. He's been to Japan. He's one of the Tennessee boys. So fucking good.
Okay.
I
So you
can't
got
wait.
some history. You're familiar.
Yeah, I can't
Uh,
wait to fucking make him bleed all over. Internet.
What are you doing going into your match? Prepping to take on Cousin Conrad for AFU.
What are you prepping?
Yeah.
I
Are
just-
you taking
I
any
don't-
special measures, or are you just going to walk in and do what Bull Bronson
I'm gonna
does?
eat my fucking Wheaties, bro.
Yes.
Say your prayers, take your vitamins. That's right.
Then he's going to do
Well,
his prep
with
work
that,
about
with
30 minutes before the match. and
Brian
then-
Richards, AFU this month.
Yeah, I got a couple opportunities. I haven't really decided. So it's either, from what I've heard, it's either Merc for the AFU Hardcore Championship,
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to be the final competitor in the Hybrid Gatling match.
Well, let me ask you a question. When it comes to Merc, what's your feelings on Merc?
Do you feel like right now, if you weren't interested in the Hybrid Championship, could you take on Merc for the world title in our main event?
Absolutely. I'd beat
Okay.
the fuck out of him. Whatever it took, I'd make that motherfucker win.
I like how Bull and I just had a moment.
Look,
I'm with
here's
you.
the-
I'm
here's
with
the
It's
thing.
not without support, I promise.
Here's the thing. He's been all over the fucking place.
Yes.
Japan, all throughout the United States.
Been
But
just finished
everywhere
up
he
a tour here.
goes, everywhere
literally
he goes,
2 weeks ago.
he can't just not get hit in the head with light tubes by a fan. And I'm not a fucking mark. And I'm just letting you know, I'm not just gonna bash him over your head. I'm out to fucking end you, bro. There is no
Just
more
want to
mercy
say
on
that I go
that.
way back with all of you. Caleb, we're related. Unfortunately, Luke, you taught me about wrestling. Brian, I've known since he was a baby, and Bull, I've known since I was in high school. Well, we thank you, John, for that history
I
lesson.
didn't even take a bet on
You were saying.
how many we would get.
no, we
You know what? I don't think I've ever heard John say any
Well,
of
yeah,
that ever
Evan-
before.
Not once. He's never mentioned it.
Now,
I
I
think
mentioned
it
it
kind of
ever
really pisses
before.
me
That's good
off
information.
that they asked me to be the final competitor. Because
Right.
if there's anything that's been proven this year about Brian Richards, the Suicide King, is I'm great at overcoming controversy and
Hello,
any
Dad.
kind of thing
Mr. Cheese in the
that,
house.
that stands in my way.
Great.
And if that's 8 other guys, then let it be 8 other guys.
Well, Brian, let's be fair. You've been standing behind 8 other guys your entire life. No, I'm serious though. Would not their announcing you as the final competitor be almost a boost because now they're letting the other competition know who they're going up against?
It's how it makes me feel.
Okay.
Because
So you'd rather
I
be the
feel
number
like-
1 guy.
Yeah, let me.
Well, yeah.
If I'm gonna get it, let me fucking earn it. Don't hand me nothing. I
Okay.
don't need you to hand me anything. I've earned everything my entire fucking life.
Hey, you know what? I've known this kid since he was born. That's legitimate.
And
Hey, we're
wife's
fucking
out
talking
now.
here. Fuck his dad. We're talking. Stop fucking
All
saying
right,
hi
fine,
to
but
dad.
but
Jesus
but
Christ.
there's only
Pay
one man
attention.
in here that I'm afraid of. It's not you. I promise. It's Mr. T. who's-
Goddamn Ted Triplett stealing everybody's thunder.
That's
So
what
dumb.
he literally. That was
Just
an outside thought about to be very inside, and we can't. Or inside thought about being very
So
outside.
you know all about being on the inside, don't you?
Buddy, if I didn't know so much about the inside, it wouldn't be going through my second remorse. It's true.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you
No,
don't.
go ahead. No, you
No,
go ahead.
please,
Go
let's,
ahead.
let's do this.
You
bit.
do it.
I like I lost
Me,
it.
him.
God damn it.
So,
Clusterfuck.
just because we're talking about AFU coming up, obviously we have to illustrate the issues on this show regarding its hosts and my current standing issue with one Dalton Diamond.
Yeah.
Who ain't got an issue with Dalton Diamond? Nobody likes that fucking kid.
I'm surprised you haven't bit off the back of his head yet with that everybody.
I've never said he looked like he got caught with a fishing hook on a fishing trip when he was 5.
Fucking
Not once.
AFU's resident Muppet.
Well, clearly,
He knows everything there is to know about.
clearly,
it.
I'll be fine come October 26th.
Man, I swear to God, don't start hailing from Sesame Street. I'm over with it.
I tell you what, that
Buddy, you got a little while before you're over with it.
when you were taken out at the last show,
Yes, yep.
they put that Nick Ferrero on the table with me, and
They
the
did.
smell of his cheap ass cologne, maybe even perfume, I don't know, this guy rocks. But it was so terrible, man.
No.
Next time, if you get beaten down, I will prop you up and tape you to the table,
Thank you.
and you can just do the rest of the show just out cold.
I feel like I've been doing run-ins on Ty Blade for a long time, and we never quite get to the end of it. That's all right.
Yeah, so Ty and Dalton, I fucking can't stand either one of them.
Sure.
But obviously I want Ty to win because fuck Dalton.
Right.
Fuck Dalton.
Brian?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Ty because Dalton just makes really gay comments all the time, and I'm not okay with that.
That's
It's not that I'm not okay with gay people. I just don't.
Hold on. Before. Stop. They get it. They get it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Don't cancel me.
It's
Don't cancel
Obviously, you're wearing Rosie O'Donnell.
Bro walks
Okay.
in here looking like Rosie the
Yeah.
Riveter saying, I'm okay with trans
So
rights.
don't cancel me. I'm just saying that he makes inappropriate gestures to.
Just say
children.
inappropriate next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, it's the weed.
I do it every week. It's okay.
Don't
Get
cancel
used to it.
Here's the best part. All of our viewers right now thought that was funny or are a little offended, but they don't know which one it is yet.
Right.
And that's my favorite part.
Yeah, just don't cancel me. I got a few kids. So.
We ain't got the birthdays and bullshit yet.
I think your total fucking IQ reviewer is about 8 anyway. You have 15 viewers.
Wow.
But an IQ of 9, bunch of Anna fans.
Appreciate that, bull. Thank you.
That's the sweetest thing that man
Here's
ever
my
said.
thing. We need our viewers, but I can't get him to fucking like. I don't want him to stop saying what he's saying because I'm still making money, so I don't know what to do. I could defend him, which is fine because y'all are great.
Well, you could.
But also, if I don't, people are gonna watch what happens next.
I gotta ask you a question.
Yes.
Ask away, Brian. Brian,
Brian.
Brian.
How did you feel watching that bloody massacre with me and Mason Cutter?
Dude. That match was sick.
I think, as I've said, which I've said publicly, I've said openly, every single time I see you work, every single time I see you get into the ring and lay it all out there, you get better and better.
As soon as Caleb gets off his dick, I'll tell you what I really
Hold
think.
on, though. Let me. I think that currently that match.
Hang on, man. I'm almost finished. Let me finish.
I think that it's a shame that that match was used to transition to the cycle of your life that it is now. You're involved with Cash Borden. I think the fact that Cash Borden cost you the appreciation of how good that match was did you no favors. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I believe that in a bubble that match was fantastic, but because of Cash Borden's interruption and everything that took place afterward, honestly, that match isn't the most memorable part of that night, and therefore isn't the most memorable part of your career. Does that make sense?
I'll tell you why too. Ready?
Yeah.
Because Brian didn't deserve to win that match. Mason beat the shit out of Brian. Brian barely got Mason.
Yeah.
And
barely,
but
barely
barely
He whooped my ass.
or
got
other,
that win.
Brian Richards pulled up the win. And here's the rub: if that had been the only thing that happened that night, all of the fans would have left saying, "Wow, Brian took a beating and pulled it up," and you would have had a lot more accolades, a lot more appreciation if it hadn't evolved into the personal situation between you and Cash directly after.
Yeah.
Because now the only thing people care about, and I think I speak for all of us in this room, I want to see you get your revenge on Cash Borden.
Yeah, 100%.
But I should be thinking about, I want to see you run it back with Mason Cutter one more time.
Right.
But here we are. Cash Borden interjected, interloped, interfered. Now you obviously have a number of things to answer for. Are the fans going into the show coming up thinking about how great your match was and how hard you fought, or the fight you're going to have afterward?
Yeah.
And keep in mind, when you come back into this locker room, you will still have to face Mason even while you're facing Cash. Maybe not publicly, but at least in the locker room. You will see Mason every day, and you fought everything you could to get to the end of that match. You see what I'm saying? You right now, Brian, as a young talent who has been nominally successful, you have a target on your back.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel like, just like Bull said, I barely pulled that match out. The only reason Brian Richards beat Mason Cutter that night is because I had a little bit more heart, a little bit more something down in me, because Mason has been to that top, and I'm trying to be at that top.
It's also worth mentioning, for conversation's sake, that Mason has been out of the business in singles competition for a long time and just recently stepped back in. Do you
still won't beat their ass?
Yeah.
But do you feel like maybe was ring rust a part of the conversation? Had Mason been continuing, transitioning from tag wrestling into singles instead of coming back to it, do you think he could have performed the same upset? Do you think he could have beat Mason that night?
If Mason probably would have never left the business and came back and had that ring rust, Brian Richards would have never won. And that's
okay.
Just
that's a fair, honest answer. We thank you for giving it here. Bull, as Brian's mentor, do you think he still could have pulled it up from underneath him, or do you think that Mason, had he stayed consistent, had Brian's number?
I think Mason had Brian's number going into the match because Brian was intimidated by Mason's
acumen.
His aura. The surrounding.
So Brian was intimidated going into that match, and I knew he was. And we were trying to get past that, and that was a hurdle that he just got to learn how to fucking get over, because there's going to be a lot of guys that he's going to face that have been around longer than him, have done more than him, and none of that shit matters. But Brian likes to get in Brian's head. Yeah. Brian's own.
Brian's second guess is Brian.
Yes.
Brian's own.
You will always be your worst critic. You'll always be your biggest.
So Bull, as Brian's mentor, you see him furthering his career. You see him progressing. Are you still offering day-to-day advice, or is this a point in your relationship where Brian's pretty much the wheel and you're just critiquing as you go?
No, he's still learning every day.
Okay.
It's not a traditional training. I'm not a trainer, so it's not traditional training. We just
It's just you insulting Brian until he starts listening.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not saying that because I'm used to it already, but it's just you insulting Brian. Until he
It's,
starts
like,
picking up.
it's two. I mean, he didn't like me at first, but now I can officially say
Brian,
that I'm Bull Bronson's best friend.
I knew
so
you
fuck
when you were
everybody.
born. I didn't like you at first. You were a colicky baby.
But it's really a lot of just me and Bull fucking making the towns, driving the miles, and just.
See,
bouncing
I
stuff
also
off.
had to break Brian down, so I do bury Brian a lot.
You do.
But I had to break him down to build him back up.
You
Yes.
do that, but you do that to everybody you take the best of
The
it.
kid had a lot of bad habits. Still
Yeah.
has some bad habits.
Sure.
And I'm trying to break him of those. And we don't have access to a rare time like we need. But it's not even about the moves that he does or anything. Wrestling's not about that.
Right.
I'm not even worried about showing him how to do moves.
No.
He learned how to do moves. He went through
Right.
wrestling training. He learned how to do it. It's the psychological
You're
part
here
of
to
this business.
teach him the ends that meet the meat.
Yes.
I'm sorry, the ends that make the meat.
Yeah. I'm teaching. He knows how. He just doesn't know why.
Right. Fair
As soon
enough.
as he figures out the why, Brian's going to be unstoppable.
So, let me interject here real
Please.
quick. This tournament that you're gearing up for, what is it called again?
Carnage Cup.
The Carnage Cup.
Yep.
Please leave this so I can
To
excuse myself.
the fans that might not know exactly what that is, what is the Carnage Cup?
IWA Deep South Carnage Cup is one of the most prestigious deathmatch tournaments.
Well, I know, but we get a lot of people who don't watch that also don't watch deathmatch.
Okay, so Carnage Cup is the sickest of the sick, the most hardcore deathmatch tournament.
Okay.
Carnage Cup. Last year, guy got his finger cut off.
Jesus.
They pride themselves on the most vicious, violent, dangerous things.
It's to be the most violent thing Brian's ever done. Absolutely the most violent thing Brian's ever done. He's got nerves going into it, but he's been through worse, and he's going to make it through this.
Yeah. Right on.
And if he doesn't come out the winner, I'm going to be surprised because this kid's been on fire, man. After winning that Suicide King Crown
I
tournament,
watched a little bit of
he had
that
a fucking
myself.
banger with Hoodfoot. Brian is fucking. He's getting up there, man. He's had bangers with Eric Jones. These are some of the top deathmatch guys in the world right now.
Yeah.
Fucking Hoodfoot, Eric Jones,
Raven
Havoc, Satu Jin.
Yep.
His match with Cousin Conrad was a fucking barn burner. Like, the kid's on fire right now. He's got the momentum. He's got people behind him. He's got me right there in his corner. Fortunately, I won't be there that weekend. I'm doing XPW Theater Brutality in Chicago. Gary, Indiana.
Congratulations on
Chicago!
that.
That'll be pretty good. I might make it for night 2. I know that he's going to go through. I have confidence in him. I see him winning this whole damn tournament. It'll be his first time in this tournament. It'll be the biggest tournament he's been in. It'll be his third tournament this year.
Now, and you said it's the best of the best, basically the craziest of the crazy.
It's the sickest. It's not the best of the best. It's the sickest of the sick.
Sickest of the sick.
Yes.
That's a good way to phrase that.
That's so. And you got some nerves going, but you believe that you can get there.
I got some nerves going, but I think what's really, once I get in that mindset of being okay with the self-mutilation, I think that.
But you're a fucking killer. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah. But once you get in that mindset, it's a survival mode. You know what I'm saying? It's a survival mode to the point to where it's do or die. And when Brian Richards is in that moment of do or die, it's get rich or die trying. It's always been that way. So, and I'm not dying easily.
Right.
It's just, I got too much breath to breathe.
I love that attitude, brother.
I do too. That's a t-shirt.
Well, I feel like the three of us at least have a message to send going into AFU with the upcoming recourse. So, Brian, going into AFU, do you have anything to say to your potential opponents right here live on our air?
No matter what I do, I'm coming. And I'm gonna fight whoever they put in front of me, and we're gonna see where it goes from there. I'm just gonna show up ready to punch somebody in the fucking mouth. The only thing I know how to do, just like Big Bull Bronson.
Big Bull Bronson. What do you have to say live on our air to your opponent coming up at AFU Hardcore this month?
Cousin Condry, huh?
Cousin Condry.
I'm excited to rip that mask off and leave the fucking bloody mask where it was. I'm excited to finally get my hands on a good opponent that's going to give me something back. The kid's good. He's not better than me.
You're ready for a fight.
I'm ready for a fight.
Oh yeah.
I love fighting. What I do. And
Never heard of it.
I plan on making a lot of blood. It's gonna be a Halloween fucking spectacular for sure.
Hell yeah.
You want blood? You want guts? You want gore?
What about you? How are you feeling with the whole Nick Ferrero Diamond incident?
Here's what I'm going to say. I've not
It
been.
doesn't matter.
Shut your bitch ass up.
I've not been legally cleared. Obviously, there are no conversations about me getting back in the ring. AFU Hardcore Legal has contacted me several times as we have updated throughout the show.
I've had those conversations.
We've invited Dalton on the show. Dalton no-showed, so here's what I'm going to say.
Twice.
October 26th, Quick Skating Rink. You all know where I'll be because I got a job to do.
Yep.
And I've never once deviated from doing my job to start a fight with anybody. I call every match down the middle. Dalton, I'll be behind my desk with my partner doing my job. And if you feel some type of way, come have a conversation. But pull your bottom lip down so I can understand you. And if I can't, then maybe we have to have that conversation a different way. And I know how to have it. So come see us live. AFU Hardcore presents, what is this, The Grudge 2?
The Grudge Part 2.
The Grudge Part 2, October 26th, 2023, in the year of our Lord at Anna, Illinois Quick Skating Rink.
Tropical.
Yeah. What's the address?
It is 216 East Davie Street.
What's our bell time?
Doors open at 6. Bell time is 7.
All right. So we will all collectively see you there. Gentlemen.
All right, let's wrap this shit up. Come on.
All right, gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for
Thanks for coming
for
through.
hanging out, my man.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Brian, we'll see you in a month.
Yep. See you in a month. We'll be there. Thank you.
Good
Max.
having you guys.
Love you
Reel
guys.
that shit up.
All right. Now, I think
It's that time of the
it's
show.
that time of the show. It's time for birthdays.
Bullshit.
Max,
All right.
take it away.
It's just a lonely chair now.
I'm just a lonely chair.
We have the birthdays and bullshit logo.
We do.
It's gonna be fun.
It is a logo.
I'm gonna beat you this week because Brian gave me all the answers.
Bro, I've been
So-
whipping your ass for like 3 weeks in a row.
Brian gave me all the answers, and it's on now. Let's hit us with what's the deal with Roman Reigns?
Well, he's still got the belt because he hasn't had any more matches.
Okay.
So
What's our numbers at?
if my numbers are correct, he's at 1,520 days today.
Tell the ring.
1,520 days. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's
And
over
no
3 years.
slow down, no nothing slowing down either, man.
No, not at all.
All right, hit us with our next one.
Then we
Seth
have-
Rollins.
Seth
Seth
Franklin Rollins. Hold on, let me guess. Just as a side note. Hold on. Can you remind me if he was over 100 days last week?
Yes.
Okay, so he's at, I'm going to say 122.
120 or 125.
120 days.
Oh,
We were
God
close.
damn it, I was so close.
We were close. That's a hell of a reign so far.
As the inaugural champion,
Yep.
over 3 months, absolutely.
Championships don't change the way they used to.
I'm a little disappointed, Max. I'm a little disappointed because this is Hispanic Heritage Month. This is
Month. Spelled month.
Hispanic Heritage Month. Not
He likes
whatever
to
the hell
munch.
I just tried to say.
He likes to
Shut
munch.
up. And there is not one photo of Ghost Dominic. I'm
Hit
just
us
saying,
with the.
I'm a little let down. I
Hit
thought
us-
this would be a prime. Max and I are having a conversation. Would you wait?
All right.
He
He switched it
interrupted
back.
you? Thank you, Big Man Jedi. My guy. All right, next slide, please. The true tribal chief, which again, given the context, I shouldn't say, but
right.
Mr. King General.
The longest
Volta!
reigning intercontinental champion in the history of the
Sorry.
WWE.
Continues that record at 471 days.
All right, so what is he going to set the record at?
That is the question.
I genuinely
I think he should win the Rumble and hand over the belt.
I think it's going to be around 600 days.
I'm going to say...
So,
I
hold
don't
on.
know, man.
And JPW, their longest reigning champion was Kazuchika Okada, over 600 days as world champion.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So if their second tier champion, if the world champion beats that record, it's one thing. But if the second tier champion beats it, it's entirely another.
Right.
I think we're going to see a almost $700 reign out of Gunther.
Very possible that it could happen.
Yeah.
All right. Hit us with the first slide.
Well, we have our birthdays.
All right.
All right.
Bobby.
And we start out with today is Stephanie McMahon's birthday.
Stephanie McMahon's birthday. All right. Stephanie McMahon, of course, the $1 billion princess. And married to one Triple H. Stephanie McMahon's probably my favorite McMahon, and I mean, why wouldn't she be? She's a fucking smoke show. I'm going to say Stephanie McMahon is. Oh, there's volume on my phone. I'm gonna say. $49.
50.
Well, you're both wrong. She is 47 today. What's this comment from Trex?
I just realized Max is a mod.
A moderator means you're over the group chat. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not a mod. He's primarily the
Yeah.
mod.
Well,
I-
him and
Him
John.
and Big Bad John.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
look. I said this last week, but I want to preface this. He and I, as far as the function of the show, we do very little. That's not saying we don't do our part. I'm just saying, as far as the function, we do very little. Max and Big Bad John run this show, which we're very grateful for.
Yes.
And we
100%.
appreciate it a ton. But, like, if it weren't for them, you wouldn't have us. And if it weren't for us, we wouldn't have y'all. If it weren't for
So
y'all,
if y'all were to get booted or something, it's from one of them.
yeah, it's not from us.
No.
I like you a ton, but I don't have to like you for Max to like you,
Nope.
right, Max?
I don't like a whole lot of anybody.
I don't have to like you for Big Bad John to like you. Do I have to, John? Big Bad John? Yeah, see? Yeah. We just have to sit here and tell the stories.
Hit us with the next one.
It's also Gorilla Do It. I mean, so
Thank you.
Sonya Deville, of course,
Cruella.
out on injury. Former women's tag team champion.
I feel like she's still in young 30s.
37.
No, young 30.
Hell, 30 years old.
Ooh!
Good hit, bro.
Thank you.
First point
Wow,
of the
that
day.
here's the crazy part though. You know, when she was dealing with her stalker, she would have been like 27.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being 27 years old and having a fucking completely uncontrollable person come into your house? Like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I say that from like the benefit of being 30 plus, but like 20 in your 20s and you're dealing with stalkers and craziness.
On the other end of that, how does that feel to be on the other side of that, Caleb?
First of all, I don't never stalk nobody. I've been stalked a handful of
I
times.
was stalked once. By
Big Bad John,
Big
can the
Bad
camera be angled down a smidge? Got a logo
there it is.
right up in the faces. No, I got more in the fridge.
I just took that one out.
How's that? That looks
Show
better.
more on the bottom shelf.
And I moved the logo.
All right. There, that's much better. All right, what we got next?
Tomorrow,
Mm-mm.
26.
Smoke show, bro.
That's
Oscar,
not just a scary clown. That's
formerly
the
Kana
scary clown.
of
I
Stardom
can cure my
Shimmer.
fear. That
She's in her
clown
40s,
could definitely cure my fear.
but she's older than people think she
44.
is.
It's 46 years old.
I'm gonna say 40 because I think she's like 43.
She's a bit younger. She'll be 42 tomorrow.
Boom! Thank you so much, Maximus.
Welcome. Not that the points matter anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all made up. The points don't matter. Just like tits on a man.
Hit us with the next one.
Buddy Murphy.
Mr. Rhea Ripley.
Mr. Rhea Ripley. And
Put some respect
y'all
on
need to appreciate that. That's Mr. Rhea Ripley. That means as bad as Mama is and gets to do whatever she wants, that's the man she come home to and say, yes, sir. So, goddamn, put some respect on Buddy Murphy's name. That being said, 39.
40.
How about 35?
God damn it.
God, he's so young.
He's so young.
So young.
28.
But he looks like such a grown man. Look at him. I wish I was that buff. So do I. I do steroids and cocaine. Well, I couldn't do cocaine. I could probably do steroids. It's my shirt. That's all fucked up.
All right, what do we got next, Max?
Go to the 28th now.
That is the Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman.
That's it.
One half of head cheese.
One half of head cheese had was it the original fight pit match? Wasn't called that, but it
Lions Den.
was Lions Den with Ken Shamrock. Also, legitimately one of the only guys in Jim Ross's book that said if he wanted to legitimately walk into a WWE locker room and take the world title, he could. So we're talking real life tough guy.
He helped Shane McMahon take the first leap off of the Titantron.
That's true.
That would be his staple.
Also gave randomly a bunch of advice to Kai and Tai as a tag team to get them over.
Yeah.
Because he loved the idea that two Japanese martial artists could be a tag team. But number one, didn't have to. Yeah. Number two, didn't benefit at all. And number three, Kai and Tai wasn't that good. But the fact that Steve Blackman was like, hey, look, I'm an American martial artist in the American entertainment industry, and I can get you guys over if you listen to me. And they did. That they won 2 world tag titles. Like that means he's got a brain for wrestling, which might only be centered down one way. But fucking Steve Blackman got fucking Kai and Tai over.
Yeah.
That
Steve
being said,
Blackman, 61. Because I believe he was old when he come in.
55.
How about 60 on the 28th?
Oh!
Damn!
Ooh, I said it. What did I say?
What'd you say?
Oh! Sorry about that. I don't mean to taunt you.
Hey, it's Kurt Angle's boy. That is Mr. Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan was
Also
one half of American Alpha. No, I think 2-time NXT World Tag Team Champion.
Yep.
Maybe 1-time WWE.
I don't think they got that far.
Either way, cut short way.
Maybe Raw Tag Team Champions.
Cut short way in his prime, got hurt, broke his neck, couldn't continue. Which again, FTR even said they're the best tag team they've ever wrestled. So take that with some consideration, even on the Young Bucks, and they'd only been together 3 years. Jason Jordan,
38 years old.
No, 30 years old, way younger.
How about 35 on the 28th?
Well,
Not way younger, but younger enough.
Yeah, but younger.
I'll take younger enough. Shut up. Shut up.
I didn't say a thing.
I knew what you were.
That's 4-0 already.
That's fine.
It's all right. He'll catch up.
Hit me with the next one.
Yoshihide Tajiri. Or Yoshihiro Tajiri. One of the first ever, well, hold on. First of all, training and disciple of the great Muda, the second national Japanese wrestler to popularize the use of the fucking mist, was one of the only competitors to hold the IWGP, AJPW, and Pro Wrestling Noah Light Heavyweight Championships, along with the WWE Light Heavyweight Championship and the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Was a winner of the G1 Classic in 1994. Came to the WWE multiple tag team champion with William Regal, multiple tag team champion with
William Regal.
No, William Regal, and he held the World Tag Team titles with S.A. Rios before S.A. Rios went to SmackDown as the international title, as the international exchange. Was quite frankly the steal away competitor match at ECW One Night Stand the first time. Has worked for every single major Japanese and American wrestling promotion, including TNA when he came back in the 2018 X Division tournament. I don't know what other accolades to give him other than that's fucking.
He's won gold
Yoshihiro
everywhere.
Tajiri.
Yeah.
That being said, 54.
55, because I was going to say 54.
How about 53 on the 29th?
I was going to say 54 too, dude. Yeah.
I thought it was almost 60. I took 54. It's going low.
Yeah.
Oh, Wolfie says, did your head say 53? Well, you were right.
You were right, Wolfie.
Well, there you go.
10 minutes ago.
You get a point.
What was that?
It doesn't mean anything, but you get a point.
That is Mrs. Sameface.
Oh, Johnny Gargano's wife.
Candace LeRae.
Candace
Okay,
LeRae.
thank you. That's what I was going to say her name was, because I totally remembered.
No, it's not so.
I know. I was just helping you.
I appreciate the backup. No, just making sure that people knew that I knew what her
Hey,
name was.
it's what we do.
Honestly, Max, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm in for it, yeah.
Candace LeRae is older than Johnny. I'm going to say she's 35.
32.
How about 45?
35.
Wow.
I'll take it. A lot of, I told you she
I'm
was older
sorry.
than I thought.
What'd you say?
I said 35. He said 32.
38.
Either way, still wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it wrong.
Yeah. I say 54 a lot. If I'm in a disparity between
Got a lot of
wrestlers in
numbers
the 50s and 60s,
Oh,
I might use
before we
54.
get any further, I forgot. We took the drawing for the AFU show.
Oh, who won?
Well, I'm glad that he was actually asking earlier about if tickets were going to be sold at the door.
Yeah.
But Wolfie wins. He was pulled out of the hat. Wolfie will get the 30 minutes before
Hold
bell
on.
time.
Let me follow that up. Wolfie, I'm going to buy your ticket to AFU.
Well, it's on us.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the
Oh,
prize.
then we're going to pay for your ticket, and you got 30 minutes sit down. How about that?
You and a partner.
So bring somebody. Yeah.
Bring
Whoever you
Ghostly.
want.
He's in there somewhere.
Bring Max. He needs a ride.
But yes, you did win the drawing.
good. Max
Congratulations.
drives us around.
I'm
a lot.
willing
That's why I
to
made that
bet-
joke.
I'm willing to bet that Ghostly has already sent him a message.
I hope so. We'll sit down with you both. Luke will touch your private parts.
That's not going to happen.
He totally said he would. I don't know why he's being so worried about it now.
Hit us with the next one.
Okay, on the 30th, we
Hey.
have one a remembrance.
Who is this?
That is Chris Von Erich,
That's not the fonts.
1969, 1991. What?
Chris Von
That's
Erich.
not the fonts.
Oh.
One of the Von Erich family was honestly, well, put this politely, one of the more talented Von Erichs with less screen time. Not as much a Von Erich you could put on camera for as long as you could with Kerry or Fritz. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Was very good to a limited audience.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Who we got next?
We have 2 wrestling birthdays left, both on the 30th.
This is Candice
Michelle.
Michelle. Yeah.
Yes.
The
it is.
GoDaddy.com girl.
All her glory.
Go
Candice Michelle, if
Daddy.
you haven't seen the botch where she gets kicked in the feet when she's on the top rope and
Mhm.
lands face first into the ground and knocks her out, is one of the most vicious shit I remember from that era.
Candice Michelle,
51.
40. Let's say younger.
How about 45?
Man, I'm just fucking losing what I'm doing.
I'm also way under.
You know what? Now I'm gonna lose all the way as a clean sweep of getting every one of them wrong.
Right, but
Well,
if you get 1 point, I get to
that
smack you
makes
in the
it-
face. Hold on.
Not hard.
You get
Not
one.
hard.
I would say hard. Baby, come on. Hold on. If you get one wrong that you beat me on, I get to pop you one. So help me God.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Sure.
Yeah.
It's 5 to
Ah.
nothing going into celebrity birthdays, and we have about the same amount.
Do it.
as
I'm
we
doing it.
do.
Doesn't count.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
do this.
So
Who's
today, I'm sorry, tomorrow.
You
Oh,
Yes,
I missed
a
one.
half
I
hour-
totally fucking missed one.
actually be there 45 minutes beforehand. That gives us a 15-minute differential.
Yes.
You're
got
goddamn
next,
right
guys?
she
Sorry,
is
this
there.
is our last
That
one.
means you still got a chance. This is our last one.
Yes, this is
All right,
our
Luke.
last wrestling birthday. I
Oh,
That is
apologize.
Cameron
not
Grimes.
wrestling.
Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes, NXT. He was in TNA for a short time, right?
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in the WWE guy. I might be wrong.
I
However,
have,
he's still
we
super
have
young.
Candace over here still.
Oh shit!
There you go.
I accidentally hit the
That's
back
all right.
button.
I made a bunch of money in the stock
Cameron-
market. He's the guy that came over and beat Corbin in like 8 seconds.
I'm going to say 32.
I'm gonna say 40.
Way younger.
How about 30? No point.
Neither one of us.
No.
All right, what we got next?
That makes it, still 5-0 over 70 birthdays.
That's
Tomorrow.
totally unfair.
He's so upset. Look at him.
I got about 5 birthdays tomorrow.
Well, keep his wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. Will Smith, star of films such as I, Robot,
And Independence Day.
Men in Black, Independence Day, and Wild Wild West.
That's it.
Hancock.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love
Will
Hancock.
Smith.
I Am Legend. 2-time Grammy Award winner. Multiple-time Emmy Award winner. I don't know that he's ever won an Oscar. Well, no,
Yeah.
yes, he did.
He won it the night he punched fucking Chris Rock.
Yeah, for the
King Richard.
Yeah. 50s at least.
At least.
55? I'll say.
I'm going to say 56.
I think
How
he's
about
younger.
55?
Oh my God! I couldn't have done that twice.
No,
I tried.
that was good. Who we got next?
We have
Jesus.
a memorial. It's Barbara Walters.
Barbara Walters.
There it is.
1929,
Barbara
25.
Barbara Walters. Barbara Walters.
Blah, 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 blah,
When
blah.
it comes to news of any sort, Barbara Walters first one
Yeah,
comes.
best.
She
I
interviewed
thought
everybody.
it was appropriate, giving us we're
Yeah.
somewhat journalists ourselves,
Yes.
or at least
I'd like
one-
to
a couple
consider
of
us
us
that,
are
yeah.
anyway.
Barbara Babalu.
What we got next?
Got more birthdays on the still on the 25th. Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Romancing the Stone. Probably one of my favorites of his.
Yeah.
Fair Game The Game was really good.
Even for his more modern movies, the original Ant-Man. Well, I think it's been all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been all of it.
Yeah.
Wasn't there the one? Nope, I'm thinking Martin Sheen.
Might
I
also-
always
yeah.
get them confused.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Michael Douglas. 64, I guess.
63?
Michael Douglas will be 79 tomorrow.
Ooh,
yours.
I'll take it, but
That's
that's a fucking long way away. Oh no, please keep his wife's name out your mouth. Well, you don't have to keep my ex-wife's name out your mouth because, well, frankly, everyone used it.
Who we got next?
I'm so sorry. That's not even true. My bad. I'm just being bad.
Oh, that's Luke Skywalker. That's a Joker right there.
That, friends, is Mark Hamill. Hey, kids! It's Mark Hamill.
Luke Skywalker.
He was in franchises such as Star Wars and Jay and Silent Bob.
And Batman the Animated Series.
I started to say he was also, not only that, he was the voice of the Hobgoblin in Spider-Man the Animated
Yep.
Series. Was in the second season of Nightfall.
Yeah.
Hello, Bats!
He was also in the movie The Guyver. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yes.
But it's fantastic.
He's Cockroach.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
How'd they call him Cockroach?
Well, actually, it's a funny story.
Oh! Avenge me that night.
Max,
Max, this is the time you should slide in and just.
I
This
will.
is
I gotta.
called-
I gotta
this
run
is
stuff
called-
over here.
No, that's fine. I get it. It's fine.
That's what I understand. What we got here?
It's cool.
There we go.
Here's the rub. I don't know if he's
He was the youngest of all.
late 60s or early 70s. It has to be one or the other. I think
66.
67. I'm gonna say older.
Good enough. He'll be 72 on the 25th.
Even older than I thought.
Yeah. Who we got next? Hey. Right.
Michael Madsen.
Yes, it is.
Who's done a bunch of TV drama, CSI, NCIS,
Reservoir Dogs, baby.
Yes.
Reservoir Dogs, yes.
baby.
And,
Quick
and
check, you know.
Oh, yeah.
one of what I think was my introduction to him as a kid was
Yeah.
he was the stepdad of Free Willy.
He was a stepdad.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I'll
You
be a
do
son
that
of a bitch.
every time I tell you.
I'll be a son of a bitch.
Yeah, I do because I always forget.
Me too.
Damn. All right. Stepdad Free Willy, that came out when I was like 5.
Yeah. 90, 91.
No. No, that was 94, 95.
Yeah, 94,
was it?
95, yeah.
94, 95.
That was almost 30 years ago, so I'll say
61.
62, I think, is a little older.
Michael Madsen will be 66.
Wow. You're welcome.
Luke,
Yes.
you need to get like all of these.
You had to fight anyone in the
No,
room.
no,
when I
remember-
picked?
No one remembers. I said I'm going for the clean sweep of not getting any right.
Hold on, Luke.
Oh,
Luke.
okay. I'm sorry.
All right, we're all answering this. If you
What's
had to
that?
pick anyone in the room to fight, who would you pick? Out of the four of us. Big Bad John. If you had to pick one of us to fight, who would you pick?
Luke.
Luke, who would you pick?
I don't know. I kind of like King Kong and Godzilla. I think I'd pick Johnny. To be honest with you.
No, that's fair. I would 100% give it Johnny. I just because he big and he's strong. I'd like to see what's up. Max, who'd you fight?
Well, I'm a pacifist, so
Max.
I didn't say anything about passing fists.
Yeah, Max.
We
Max,
just want to know who you picked.
Yeah.
oh, so
Look, man, if you like animals, it's fine.
You like to see homos naked? That's cool,
That's
brother.
cool, bro. It's 2023.
hey, we got some more birthdays, don't we?
Yes, but I gotta pee, so vamp and tell the people where we come from.
Well, I come from
Where we come
the
from?
streets. I don't know where you come from.
Yeah, the mean streets of Benton, Illinois.
That's right.
Oh my God.
You okay there?
No,
Where we
my
won't,
leg
won't,
hurts.
won't wear a shirt and you'll cry.
Just goddamn plug the thing so I can take a pee.
You can find us on Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. You can find us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. You can catch us on TikTok, Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. There's Maximus right there.
Maximus.
For all your merch needs, you should go to streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown or ProWrestlingThrowdown.com where you can access the
Merch store!
at the
Merch store!
where
Merch store!
at? Buy our merch. As you've seen today, Wolfie won a meet and greet and everything for AFU. For every $1 that you donate or spend, counting tax, you are given one entry into the bucket for each $1 you spend or donate. We run contests, we run all kinds of things. None of the money goes into our pocket, goes right back into podcasts to better the experience for everyone. But be sure, there is some people out there that were hawking fake Pro Wrestling Throwdown t-shirts. The only place you can get the official merch is at the merch store. And I think that I covered enough time where Caleb's going to try to climb in here behind me like a spider
Don't
monkey.
put on my hands.
Pee on whose hands?
I haven't peed on anybody's
Never
hands.
pee on anyone's hands.
Oh, sorry. That's news to me. But anyway, let's get back into the
No
thick of
matter
things.
how good the bathroom soap smells, never walk out of the bathroom smelling your hands.
Ever.
I didn't do that.
And also,
Yeah.
we don't drink from the water hose.
Yes, we
All
do.
right, who we got next?
I
drink
grew
water.
up with that
Drink
way.
the water hose so much.
That's why COVID can't kill us.
Well,
Caleb?
no, it's because we drink out of Red Lake. That's why COVID can't kill us. Oh.
Yes, on the 26th, we remember Olivia Newton-John, 1948 to 2022.
One of the iconic actresses in my
Yeah.
lifetime. I fucking love Grace. Olivia Newton-John also cut albums. She did several different things.
The weird thing for our culture, at least where we live, is most low-income kids that I've ever met always had Grease on VHS.
Yeah, 100%.
Had like Grease,
That's
Annie.
because they never washed their hands.
Well, that's true.
That happens.
But like Grease, Annie, and I don't know, name any other 1970s, 60s musical. It was
Yeah.
always Grease and Annie, and all the guys loved Olivia.
occasionally,
Little Shop of
Little
Horrors.
Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Who we got next? That is
Ugh.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Did you know that she makes a
No,
candle that
I
smells
don't-
like her vagina?
On the 27th.
Could you imagine if you were wax playing and you put it on her feet, then she'd have waxy ass toes. It'd be completely different. And they'd smell of her vagina, so there's that.
I've
Gwyneth
never come
Paltrow.
so close to hitting you in my life as I am in this moment. And I've known you for
Wow.
20 years.
Gwyneth
I just want you
Paltrow.
to know.
52.
45.
How about 51?
Oh! Fuck you, Luke!
That's 10 to nothing. 10 to nothing there.
How many we got
10
left?
to nothing? I'm kicking
We
Luke's ass that hard.
Dude, I
Yeah.
told you. I'm
right.
going for the loser's sweep.
Yeah, well, you're doing a great job.
I'm doing a fantastic
Yeah.
job. I don't want to be slapped
Hey,
in the
also,
face.
what-
There are
I
approximately
wouldn't do that.
there is exactly 2 points left available.
2 points. Let's get them.
Yeah. So let's see.
Next
Wait,
post is
Next
ready.
post is
Oh.
ready.
Oh, good.
I
All
wish
right.
I had a bell. But
Here, I got you.
Who's
Ding.
calling? Let me answer it. I'll answer it. Give it here. We'll do it live.
Stop.
Oh no, it's just an email.
Oh!
Next post is ready. Okay, ding. Oh, that's just too far. Meatloaf's ready.
as we remember, Meatloaf, 1948 to, 1947 to 2022.
And it only baked at 450 degrees. I'm so proud of myself. Ah, how you feeling, Caleb? Are you feeling a little hot patootie over there?
For those of you that don't know, in a
Oh, so good.
theater production
So good.
of Rocky Horror Live, fuck the both of you.
I like my meatloaf done crispy. I'm
I
sorry.
played. Thank you, Rachel. I played Eddie and Dr. Scott like 11 out of 8
Oh, man.
times. 8 out of 11 times. So I have
Oh,
a very
so
deep personal connection to Meatloaf. Which, hold on, I gotta tell the story. I always tell it every time it comes up. You knew that I would! So,
Oh.
when Meatloaf got pulled from the Australian tour of Rocky Horror, Richard O'Brien came and said, "It's okay if you don't get all the words." So when our director, we've done this in our community for like the last 14 years,
Yeah, we have.
came to me and was like, "It's okay if you don't get all the words." All I said was, "No, I'm going to get all the words." And Derek, our director, was like, "No, it's okay if you don't get all the words." And I was like, "No, fuck you. I'm going to get all the words." While doing research for the movie, there's an interview between Meatloaf and Richard O'Brien. The original Eddie was on the Australian tour. And he spoke so fast and so cleanly that Richard O'Brien told Meatloaf, he was like, "Hey, it's okay if you don't get all the words." And Meatloaf was like, no, I'm going to get all the words. And he was like, no, but it's okay. And then Meatloaf said, "No, I'm going to get all the words." So when I got the part, I saw that interview, sent the message to Derek after the same conversation. And I've played Meatloaf, Eddie's character in Dr. Scott in Rocky Horror
Yeah,
for the last, 10 years? Give or take 1 or 2 years?
Give or take. And you know what the best part about that is?
What's that,
Your
brother?
performance was also well done.
You know what? Hold on. Because that's a joke in another joke.
Yeah, it is.
You get appreciation for putting me over and appreciation for being a good joke.
I was going to ask him if he can sing it while he's singing in the oven.
Hey, Trex, if you join the Pro Wrestling Throne on Facebook, Max will send you a picture of his butt.
He will.
Right, Max?
He will. I've seen it. I've
You
seen
didn't
it.
say no. Be a quitter.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Quitter.
I might send you a picture of Caleb's butt.
I'll show my butt right here. I'll give a butt. Hey, do you need a lighter?
Yes, please.
For what?
No.
We can't smoke on this show.
I was gonna give a light for Meatloaf.
Oh, we're
Hit us with the next one.
We're gonna light up Meatloaf? Who
That is the artist formerly known as Avril Lavigne.
Yes, it is.
Because, they killed the original Adam. That's not her.
gone every year and you only weren't in it twice. Yeah, so it's like, it's okay, well then it's 9 years out of 11 or 10 years out of 12. One of the two. Avril Lavigne is
Old.
well, 8 out of 10. No, because the 10th year wasn't the actual 10th year. The 11th year was the 10th year. So in real time, it's a little different. I'll explain later. Right now, I have to figure out how old Avril Lavigne is.
Avril Lavigne, I'm going to say 36.
37. She's way older than that.
How about 39? Oh, the
What?
27th.
Yeah, that's the
39
replacement.
on the
I told you
27th.
this.
Avril Lavigne should be in her 40s, right?
Not now.
39.
Well,
Close
she would
enough.
have been if it would have been
She's
the original
getting there.
Look,
one.
I'm not mad about getting the point. I'm mad that I'm so confused about how old this bitch is.
You were only, like, you said in her 40s, so you're only like your fucking year off.
That's true.
I feel like I got Mandela'd. I was
Yeah, you
Mandela'd.
Yeah, you did. Hit us with the next
Thanks,
one, Big
Boo.
Bad John.
On the 28th, we remember Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire.
The only person
1935 to 2022.
to outsell Elvis Presley 2 years in a row in 1953 and 1954. After Sun Records published his Great Balls of Fire LP and his Great Balls of Fire communal record, was also the only other performer that was produced by not only Sun Records but by Album Records, which was their competitor, because he left Sun Records in 1954. So he outsold Elvis twice, and in the same year outsold him again from another label company.
You know what I love the most about that? You know what it makes? This is actually a wrestling birthday. Because Vince McMahon and the WWE own Great Balls of Fire. That's how they were able to do the paper.
Well, not only that,
The
Jerry
rights.
Lee Lewis was actual friends in real life with Jerry Lawler.
Also,
Yeah.
somewhat, maybe possibly morbid, but interesting fact here. All of our memoriams, Barbara Walters, Olivia
Uh-huh.
Newton-John,
Uh-huh.
Jerry Lee Lewis,
Uh-huh.
all lost in 2022.
Oh wow!
Wow. That
That's a
is.
shame.
That is.
All with, born within 20 years of each other.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. 20 on 20.
Between the three of them. Yeah.
Either way, Jerry Lee Lewis was the very first artist to ever outsell Elvis. He did it twice in a row
Mhm.
when they were on tour together, which is a whole different thing because it was something. So in 1949, when Elvis Presley first got signed, he lost to Frank Sinatra for most records sold. Sinatra and the rest of the Brat Pack started petering out in the 1950s. But the entire time, domestically buying albums, Sinatra was the only competitor Elvis had, and Sinatra wasn't even continuing to record music. In their infancy, Jerry Lee Lewis was considered a better musician by Sinatra, by James Dean, and by Sammy Davis Jr.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Hit us with the next one. Oh, that's that kid.
Fuck
throwing
this
the
kid.
flash.
Our final birthday.
Eli, what is it? Eli Miller?
Ezra.
Ezra Miller. He's an asshole who
Them.
abuses waitstaff and bartenders in Hawaii.
They're an asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's an asshole.
I have to do it
No,
for Anakin.
They're
You
an
have to do
asshole.
it for him.
They're an asshole for being a prick to waiting staff in Hawaii and fucking California.
Well, and that family that he busted in the
Yeah.
lip.
It was just a prick filming almost every movie he's ever filmed, and he's mean. They're mean. I don't like them. Fuck them. That being said, they are 35.
33.
Well, no, Ezra Miller will be 31
Oh,
years
wow.
old.
All right, younger than I thought
Makes
they were.
sense.
So no point. You
What
won.
a shame. Who
Uh,
won?
you won 11 to nothing.
So you got a clean
Um,
sweep. High
And
five.
you know you win. You know what you win, Caleb?
What's that?
Not a fucking thing.
You know what?
Hey,
I
you know
think-
what? But
hold
here's
on.
the deal.
I think that's the first clean sweep on the show ever.
Not only that, it's
Yeah.
also the first time that someone went the clean sweep the other way as well. Give me some.
Yeah, that's even more impressive.
Yeah. I think
I
you
think
and
I was doing a hard
you,
job
you
at
and I,
fucking the
you and I
numbers.
just
out.
set records for me to win and you to lose.
Yeah.
I'd like Rhett and Link to do that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, hashtag
Hashtag
GMM PWT.
hashtag fuck you, Rhett.
No.
I don't mean that.
No,
I really love you, Rhett. I apologize. I just want you to watch my show.
I
Yeah,
know that
please.
we haven't really
The
had
wrestling
any.
fans.
You have to appeal to Link. I appealed to Rhett. Come on, kid.
I know we
classes
haven't
are
had
cool,
any
man.
laughter
Thank you.
or rants.
I mean,
or
technically,
anything
we are the
today.
Pro Wrestling Rhett and Link.
I ranted a little.
You did. He did
That
rant.
was
That was
that
rant.
was sarcasm.
That
Caleb.
time
That was
Ah.
sarcasm.
Hit us
Oh,
what
was
we got next.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because now it's time for for bullshit.
Bullshit. Is that
And we have got a whole lot of it.
That's outstanding.
Hey, there's
Hey,
Dom.
did you know? And now I know I don't really talk about much on this show, right?
No,
Did you know? I've never mentioned this before. I'm going to surprise you both.
Okay.
All three of you.
Okay.
I'm going to surprise you guys. You ready?
Yeah.
Did you know at one time I made more money on the Indies than Ricochet? I've never said that before.
Well, that's kind of like, did you know that Dusty Rhodes is Cody Rhodes' father?
What?
Yeah, it's news to everybody.
Is that true?
Apparently.
That is true.
He's just a common man.
You know
working
what else?
hard as he can.
You know what's true?
What's that?
If you go to Walmart, you can get Ricochet's action figure.
That's true. Also, did you know that if you get on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown or on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD or send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok at Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. You can access streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown or go to Pro Wrestling Throwdown.com, our official website, to access the
Merch store.
You got slobber in my ear.
over.
I've been violated on the
Over.
internet. My mom
Shut-
warned me about this. Just go with it. Merch store.
Over at the
Merch store.
you can buy a Help Me shirt produced by Luke. And then another shirt of me doing this, going.
Pink champagne's my favorite.
It's my.
Here's the next one.
All right.
I'm going to be useless as the cheese and lasagna today. Oh.
That's good.
How much money would it take to buy out the entire merch store? I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, you can make a big
You know what?
donation if
Yeah,
you would like.
you put all the money you have up against it, and if you were right, we'll send you a ribbon.
We'll send you a crosscut
Yeah,
sticker.
yeah. Thank you.
Here's
for
the
figuring
next
it
one.
out.
All right. This just a lot of laughter today. All this is a lot of
Teen
shit
slang
going
that
on.
confuses adults. Bet, sus, mid, fire, and drip. Now, here's the problem. How do I say this?
Well, can you put a fire drip together? Is that cool?
No, they give you a pill for that.
Oh.
Bet means okay. So if I text Luke, Max,
Like a fire
and
bet.
or Johnny, and I
Fire
say,
bet?
quiet
No.
you. If I text Luke, Max, or Johnny, and I say, hey, let's go to the bar, and one of them says bet, that means okay, we're gonna go.
So
Sus
like bet mid-fire.
means you're being suspicious. Like our normal conversations is, hey Max, you're being a little sus, which is just Max, you're behaving in a suspicious manner. Knock it off. Mid
It's just my nature.
means that it's just okay. So if people come to me and they're like, hey, how was that chili? And I was like, oh, it was mid. Then it wasn't very good chili. It wasn't bad chili. It wasn't good chili. It was just chili. Chili existed.
But if
But
it's fire,
all chili.
if chili is fire,
Fire,
is it either
it's
good or is it
completely
hot?
different.
Is it good or is it hot?
No. In this context, fire, if that chili was fire, then you want to eat that chili because it's
That's
so good.
stupid.
If you have drip, Max, you should get a pill. But for the rest of us, it means that
This would be a leak, not a drip.
no, that's
Let's be honest.
that's an
Let's be honest.
that's an
I
open
think we broke
faucet.
Max.
Buddy. It's just fucking.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John.
Hold on, I didn't explain drip,
Go back to drip.
which is what my doctor has to say to do a lot. Anyway, drip is fashion related.
Is it?
I'd like to think so, but I don't really know what drip means because let's be fair, I had to ask what the rest of them meant. But if you got that style, then you have that drip apparently.
Next.
Thanks, Luke.
You're welcome. What does that say?
I don't fucking know.
Max, read that for us.
But somewhere.
Okay, you don't have to laugh, but I should have cropped that, didn't I? That's in a box of invisible tape.
Oh, well, that joke would have worked a lot better had we could read it. Because I was thinking, why is a T shape so funny?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, it's because there's invisible tape in there.
Oh, thanks,
This
Luke.
guy over here.
No,
Of course, Trucks Guys now is going to tell us what drip means.
Oh, thank you,
oh,
Flex.
I
Because you're the guy I'm going
that
to go
makes
to for
sense.
advice.
All right,
Okay.
hit us with the next
Listen,
one.
What just happened?
That's for you. There.
Read that over there. In the voice.
Harry, bring me a burger and fries. That's an order. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Thank you. I wish I'd known that. I'd done a way better voice for the Phoenix. Like, Harry.
But these are better when I surprise you with them.
Right, but that one wasn't. That's my point. I didn't do my part. The Phoenix voice should have been a lot of
Since
fun.
when is that new?
First of all, do you want to sit here and talk for 2 hours? Because I'll trade you places. But I'll be funnier, and you'll still be pretty, I promise.
Oh, I know I will.
Look at him.
Next.
He's a handsome... Hold on. Look at him.
I see him
That
all the
fucking
time.
sweater looks real good on him, goddammit.
I love this.
Doesn't it? Hey, stop detracting. And, fucking tell your friend he looks nice.
He looks very nice.
Thank
He's
you.
very respectable.
Look at him. Anyway, when you see a person choking on something, step 1, step 2, suplex.
I love it.
Invisible tape. That's John Cena's new sponsor.
It is.
Well,
It's
that
Scotch tape
and how John Cena hasn't gotten a sponsorship out of Rogaine yet.
is beyond me.
How do you pay? How do you pay for surgically repaired hair follicles and still go bald in one spot?
There's a lot of these, by the way.
That's fine. I'm asking about John Cena's hair. Legit. Look, no,
Which there is
one-
not a lot of.
100%. If I come to you, I'm like, look, man, I'll give you $50,000 if you fix this one spot. And I hand you $50,000, and the surgeon just walks out the next day and was like, ah, man, couldn't make it work. Give me my money back.
Right?
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Nope. Paid a surgeon and
Yep.
still lost.
That's
It's
John
like
Cena's
lap
thing.
band for a Big Show.
Yeah. Hit us with the next one. What we got here? How to woo woman, step 1. Woo!
Hold on. Test
Go
this
for
out.
it. Go for it.
Hey, babe! Come here.
Yes.
Can I woo you?
What?
Can I woo you?
Sure.
Woo! Did it work?
Yeah.
Thank you
Totally
very
wrong.
much.
Well, I mean,
Told
you
you.
obviously just did
There
it.
you go.
All right. Is that all you needed?
Yep.
All right. Love
Goodbye.
you. You're weird.
It's not a woo. It's
You
the
know what
same
she
person.
said to you? She
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Oh, what a shame.
I mean, they know. All
I
right.
think this next one describes what kind of her attitude right
I will fight with you with my bare hands.
All right, so is he saying, oh dear, I don't want to do this, or oh dear, you don't want to do this?
Probably both. Deer
Well,
looks
I
serious.
don't
the other
know
one looks bored.
That deer stole a bear's hands, so do you
Well,
really
yeah,
want to fight with that?
you have to have a bear tank.
Do you really want to fight with that deer? So it was able to steal the hands off of it.
Or,
Maybe it might have
or-
slaughtered a bear and
or
then stole
do
its
I-
hands. That's clearly what happened.
or do I want to find a handless bear?
That bear has hands, so it's not the same bear.
Well, then what's he so mad about? Maybe it was his wife.
Maybe that was his kid or something.
Maybe the deer brutally murdered that
That's
bear's
what I'm
wife
saying.
and ripped her hands off.
That's a
Just to threaten the bear.
murderous bear.
Well, that's
Or
why
deer. The
Illinois
deer.
should
Yes, yes.
continue to push Prop 1921, which will allow us all the big game hunting rights in the state of Illinois in 2024. Please vote for your congressman.
Correct. Next.
I've never done that. I
You're-
never do political.
You're going to have to read that one over there.
That the back of that semi says
We go the extra mile because we missed the last exit. If that's not a story of my personal life.
Wow. That's good.
Saying deer, like that's a deer. No. Yes, deer. I know. It's the joke is the deer versus the deer. It wrote itself.
Next.
You heard it. Early Christians later. Poor Christians.
That would have been really good.
He didn't do anything wrong.
Hey, look at him. He's just sitting there smoking.
Okay, he was just friends of the guys in the Goonies. It's fine.
I mean, he was in the Wizard.
He wasn't
So there's that.
Yeah.
Also, it's Dave. It's his gang. They need to know that. Next.
First of all, Max,
yes.
whose gang is it?
Not your gang, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Man digs 12-foot deep hole without realizing his metal detector is picking up his steel-toed safety boots.
I feel like You're only allowed to be so
It's
stupid.
only so stupid, yes.
At this point, you've hit your allotment.
Or you've dug your own hole, so to speak. Next.
Oh, Rachel did kind of correct you on the oh dear thing there, didn't she?
I just went back through that. That was the whole conversation we had.
I don't listen to you.
Hey, Steve.
What? Maybe you
Got a
should.
minute? He's got some boards and some nails.
I'm aware he's a hammerhead shark.
Well, I had to explain it
Thank
to
you.
John.
Well-
Not Big Bad John, other John.
Oh, well, it's not my fault. He's still watching.
All right, next.
Protons have mass. I didn't even know they were.
I love Vince the Sign Guy.
That's so clever.
It
And
really
I have
is.
to hate it because I'm Catholic by, well, conversion / divorce.
Next.
Thank you. It's a good joke. Would you not hit my glasses? I can't see.
This one's for Luke.
Well, he can't read either.
He
English
doesn't have to
teacher.
read it, but this one's for him.
Anyone want to guess who wrote Tom Sawyer? Student. Rush. English teacher.
Damn Tom Sawyer, mean drive.
Yeah, can't really argue with that. can
No.
Yes, you can.
Next.
you? No, you can't.
You could.
This is a picture of an asteroid crater in Arizona. Look how close it came to hitting this visitor center.
Where could that have been? Like, they just show up at a community center in fucking
Yeah.
Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
One day I'm like, hey, we're just here to visit for 30 minutes.
If you build it, they will come.
But no, they show up, they have like an hour-long session, and they just fucking leave. And no one ever sees them again. There's no evidence. But every single world government is like, where'd the fuck they go? Where'd the fuck they come from? And there's some guy in fucking Tupelo, Mississippi going, don't worry about it. They're gone.
Nope. Next.
This is my horse. I call him Mayo. And sometimes mayonnaise. What?
I like this. Oh, next. What the fuck does this sign mean? What the fuck does that sign mean?
First of all, it looks like the sign was shot outside of a P42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
I thought I cropped the answer in that, but the answer to it,
Caution.
strip. No. Skinny dipping encouraged. Notice the penis.
I saw the
out-
PP.
No, Max. That's the one thing all of us were very confused about what it was. I'm so glad you
I had to look it up because I didn't know.
Because
So
while I
like,
was
what
looking, I was
does
like,
that
oh
mean?
man,
No, it's
I really hope
Skinny
that's
dipping
not a
encouraged.
penis.
Well, first off, he's the only one that has traction. He's the only one standing on it.
Also,
Well, there
we
was
probably
no shot
shouldn't
that no
scream
skinny
penis
dipping
at the top of
signs.
our lungs on the YouTube show.
That's
so
true.
this one's encouraged.
Penis.
Penis. Next.
Penis encouraged.
Normally it is. That's why I'm going to get divorced.
What is this here, Maximus? Go ahead, Caleb. You read it.
Oh. Whose skull is that? His name is Philip. What's in there? Vodka and orange juice. Question mark. It's a Phillips head screwdriver. That's clever.
That's for you.
I like
That
it.
one was for him.
I do like that.
That
I'm
one was
sorry.
all for him.
If I killed a man named Philip, allegedly, and were to drink out of a skull, allegedly, I would, as a smarky response,
Take a better drink than a screwdriver.
allegedly. It's only because of the name Philip. That's all. It's not a common.
Right. Next. Mick Jagger.
Got the moves like Mick Jagger.
He's got the shakes like Mick Jagger. Next.
This guy's cocaine. Why are you the way you are? 90s Nick Logan. May I slap you with my spicy burrito? Says
fucking
Keenan
love
You
Thompson.
didn't do that with you close to the right voice.
Then say it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Ha ha! May I slap you with my spicy burrito? Yeah, the ha ha. That's it.
That's close enough.
Do it, Max. Do it. Do a better
I was like, I
90s
can do it.
impression of Keenan Thompson as another white guy on the podcast than I could possibly do. Idiot.
Well, I mean, there's ways we can get away with it, but we couldn't actually
Next.
legally get away
Wouldn't
with
it
it.
be funny if Cal just showed up and was like, "Who loves orange soda?"
Hell no.
Is it true?
Mm-hmm. I do.
We don't know the rights to any of that.
I want to apologize to everyone for the bad puns. No offense. I'm going to pee.
It's almost done. It's almost, there's only
Good.
like a few more.
Wait a minute. Plug the website. I'm going to pee. Do your job, monkey.
Be sure to check us out. Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. TikTok, Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. Check us on TikTok. I already said that. That's okay.
Why can't I see?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to be part of the podcast.
Are you watching my back?
I can't. Where's it doesn't seem.
Oh, they're watching. They can see it.
Why are you?
No, they can
Wait.
see. No. Go keep looking that way.
Oh.
You're good.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. You got to switch in and move your face.
But I
and
already
stuff
did.
like that.
No. Oh.
While you're on the internet, check out ProWrestlingThrowdown.com where you can access the merch store.
The merch store.
I couldn't even hear him over. You better wash your hands.
I'll wash my hands on your ass, pal.
He never washes
He
his
never
hands.
That's
washes his hands.
not true at all.
Also, at one time,
You
you want to hear a road story?
That one time I walked into the bath. I walked in on my.
You wanna hear-
bathroom,
hold on.
He was actually peeing on his hands.
You want to hear a road story?
Or like it purposely on his hands. I swear.
That Valhalla lady, Philly Valhalla lady. Yeah, she picks her butt and sniffs her fingers. Have I ever told you that? That's a true thing.
I heard that
Hey, Max.
Caleb.
Let's play a fun game. Hold on.
Caleb once let her shit on his hands.
Hold on. Hey, Max. Hold on. Since you said that, let's play a fun game. Did I wash my hands?
Or didn't I?
No. Come here, tough guy. Did I wash them or not? That's my favorite.
All right. Let's get this show back on the road. Hit us with the next one.
Whose show? Who's doing the show? Who are you?
All right, we're going to have to read these together. You
All right.
first.
My Gone in 60 Seconds DVD. No.
What are you looking for?
My Gone in 60 Seconds DVD. It was here a minute ago.
Hate you.
He picked up. Don't fucking.
I was talking to him. You're just there.
Oh, fuck.
Next.
Sit up. They have to wake up that Green Day dude soon. That's so sad.
It is sad.
He really hates
Well,
those shows.
Saturday, September 30th.
So we would wake them up on Sunday for podcast. Next.
A single blue whale ejaculation has enough protein for a human for a year. Unless it's Max's mom. Until we meet again!
And that's the end of it.
Just kidding, Max. I love your mom.
Don't forget to check out the Tales from the Turnbuckle videos.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out all the Anna Fight hardcore, AFU hardcore on YouTube. Thanks again to
Thanks for strapping in, kids.
to y'all. Thanks again to Blood Money Brian Richards, to
Bull
Big
Bronson.
Bronson,
Yeah.
to you, to Max, to Johnny.
Big Bad John.
I think that's really all that needs to be
Yeah.
said. Until next
Tune in
time.
next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And as
See you
always,
next, He-Man.
from us to you,
Keep it in
keep
the
it in the
ring.
ring.
Keep it in the ring.